seventh generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that. The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. If you want to go again, we can do that. The 7th generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R, R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. seventh generation of the Golf first appeared in 2012. This version is the Volkswagen Golf R meaning race. This was the fastest Golf in the range, with a 0 to 60 time of 5.1 seconds. Volkswagen Mexico produced all 7 generations of the Golf, totaling more than 2 million units over 44 years. In fact, a lot of Golfs you find in the US were built here. All right. Enough driving around. Let's go head to head, after you've had a chance to rest. I'm a fair man. I'll let you choose. Which Golf do you want to drive for our little race?
I'll take the Golf GTO.
Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Roundabout. Take the second exit. arrived at your destination.
I hope you know some shortcuts. See you at the finish line. Don't make me wait for too long. What a race! I am actually surprised the first generation still holds up. I'm sure you didn't cheat. I have a story to tell you, my friend. About the old wolf in the swamp.
Are we going to a zoo?
A swamp! I'll pick you up.
Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Turn around when it is safe to do so. yards. Turn left. Turn left. Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Yards. Turn left. Turn left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
That's the old wolf.
No, that's an old truck. The wolf is waiting for us at the swamp. Haley asked us to clear some debris, and I've got just the car. But we need to get there first.
Of course! Who do you think I am?
The driver who destroyed a record-breaking amount of fences.
That's fair.
Yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
See? Got it here in one piece.
And gave me a few heart attacks. This car is too old for this kind of driving! And now, let me introduce you to the Ford Lobo. This car is more your style.
Now that's a hecking good wolf.
We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. But no, it's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No, no. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. The Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150. We call it Lobo here. Marketing in this country is outstanding. Let's get to work. See all that Russian stuff? Clear it out. What? No! It's not just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. It is just an excuse to throw the Lobo around. In the 90s, Ford decided that they needed to rebrand the F-150 for the Mexican market. And the name Lobo just has a real ring to it. They started using the badge in 1997, and the rest is history. The Ford Lobo quickly became one of the most popular vehicles in the country. Lobo is still used for the modern Rangers like the one based on the F-150 Raptor you're driving. But we don't just call it Lobo. No, no. We call it Lobo Raptor.
So it's the same car?
Now, there are loads of differences, like a dog and a wolf. The Lobo only comes in XLT and with higher trim levels. The base version is still sold in Mexico as the F-150. The Lobo is the Elite F-150. Great. Job's done. And the scratches will buff right out. Thanks for the help. Now I just need to get my abuelo's old F-100 back to the garage. I've got 1,400 horses and I need you to help with them.
I think I know what this is. I'll be right over.
Okay, it's restored. Come down and pick up the competizione when you're ready. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey there! So, look at this. 1,400 horses of electric Ford Mustang. Get in! Let's take this down to the beach. Stick it in AWD if you like. There's some nice curves up ahead. This is 2021's EV of the year. And it was up against things like the Taycan and the e-tron and the Recharge. It set 3 Guinness World Records, and it's inspired by the beautiful original Mach 1. And I'm telling you all of this because the Mach E was built right here in Mexico at Cuautitlán Assembly. Calm down. I know you like to go fast, but I had a big breakfast. Whoa! How do you make it go around corners like that? I'm really asking. Cuautitlán Assembly has been building cars since the 60s. And more than 2.2 million cars later, we're sitting in an actual space machine made here in Mexico. Quite a journey from Cougars and Thunderbirds and F-150s to this. This isn't just a type. Cuautitlán Assembly does a range of options for the Mach E. A 68 kilowatt-hour standard and an 88 kilowatt-hour extended range version. It will give you over 300 miles of range on a single charge. Hey, I have to keep this back. Be careful with it. The Performance GT version is the really wild one. 0 to 60 in 3.6 seconds. This one is quite a bit faster. Honestly, when I first tried it, I had to go and sit in a quiet room for a bit. And I've flown airplanes in a storm. It's wild tech. You can switch from all-wheel drive to rear-wheel drive at the touch of a button. And when you get into tuning, you can basically tweak every one of the 7 engines individually. You can make 1400 horsepower and a ton of downforce at 160 miles per hour thanks to the... And there we go! Sunrise over the sea. Beautiful! But we're not done. There's one more thing to look at. I'll let you know as soon as I have, found it. Okay, this one will be epic. I found the Porsche Carrera. You know what that means?
Racing? And what do you mean, found?
In a barn, of course. And of course it's racing. Come meet me at Guanajuato.
yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn left. Turn left. Take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the second exit.
turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn sharp right. You have arrived at your destination.
This beauty got her name from the Carrera Panamericana. The races don't run anymore, but who can blame us if we take it out one more time? Right? Let's see what this car can do. There's Jamie. Guess he wanted one last race.
Let's do this!
Race had 132 competitors, and everyone turned up. Amateurs to F1 drivers, men, women, professionals, anyone who had a car.
Do you know anyone who participated?
Aleja thinks Papa Fernando did, but she thinks Papa Fernando did everything. I know we used to go to the races with my grandfather. Ah, qué buenos recuerdos. There was no speed limit before 2012, and you'd see cars doing 180 miles per hour. Not that I know anything about that. 2,178 miles of the Pan American Highway run through Mexico. The race itself had 9 stages and lasted 5 days. But the sheer distance wasn't the only challenge. Constant changes in the elevation from sea level to 3 kilometers up. The most challenging road race in the world. The winner of the very first Carrera Panamericana was Herschel McGriff, who drove an Oldsmobile 88 at an average speed of 88 miles per hour. The Porsche Carrera got its name thanks to Hans Hermann, who won the small sports cars category in 1954. He drove the Porsche 550 Spider and came 3rd overall. He was sick before the race, and his tires came off at the start. He really pulled through against the odds. Porsche had 6 cars competing in 1954, and all of them made it through the end. A lot of others didn't, let me tell you.
Enjoying yourself, are you? Yeah, I kinda had a feeling you were.
1954 was the last year the original Carrera Panamericana took place. But it gave us the most famous Porsche model, the Carrera you're driving right now. The Carrera RS 2.7 was the first production street racing 911. It was built on the 911S 2.4, the fastest Porsche you could buy at the time, and a popular choice in the later Carrera Panamericana races. The race was revived in 1988 and ran to 2016, staying true to the original races with high-speed road stages. The routes for the race were carefully selected every year by planning committee and local government to ensure they were race-worthy and that they can be closed up for 2 hours. You could almost say they've been preparing for the festival for a very long time. This is Jamin's exit. It's been fun, my friend. Take care.
Looking forward to seeing what you can do out there. Have fun now, yeah?
Great race. Almost like we did a little Panamericana with a friend. Anyways, hope you had fun with this little stroll through cars hechos en Mexico.
It was great. And let me know if you find any other cars like that.
Hey DJ, sorry to interrupt your Hall of Fame chase, but we need to pick an adventure. I've been sitting on this one for a while. It's the showcase I've always wanted to do. See you there.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 200 yards, turn right. Yards. Turn left. Turn left.
cars across all speed traps. Are we undertuning these or... No, wait, I forgot, it's you. The scores are probably fine.
It's delicious, trust me. Okay, you versus some monster-sized trucks. This
y caballeros, here they come! Terrifying monsters! And the brave hero trying to beat them both! Choose fighting for the winner! Who will be victorious? Who, my friend? Who?
She did it! Now, how about a victory lap in that thing? What's it like behind the wheel?
Oh, this is fun!
Now, we've got the whole stadium rigged, but you're what they all came to see. Go give these people a show.
That worked. Unbelievable brings fans, fans bring hype, hype brings expansions. Everything is going to plan. Hey DJ. Festival setup is looking pretty good, right? I don't know, I think we have a few more adventures in. Us. And you want to put a bow on your horse.
Hey, mi amigo. I've been working on the bocho and learning more about Papa Fernando. Come meet me when you have time. I'll show you what I mean.
Hall of Fame. run, right?
In 100 yards, turn left. Yards, turn left. Turn left. Yards, turn right. Arrived at your destination.
Hola! What do you think?
Ah, very nice.
Where's the vocho?
Oh, I'm taking my time with it. Don't worry, superstar. Sometimes sock tampoco está tan mal. May the best mecánico win.
Ah, so that's how it is. Okay then.
shorter route. Go straight ahead.
This is a technical route. Lots of city turns, but the next check... point is outside of town.
You're not making this easy. Good. I'll let you get back to the garage. Call me.
Hola, mi amigo! Guess who has the watch running as well as it did in 1963? It would be really good for some rally driving. We could do that here. If you prefer rallycross and showing off some gymkhana skills, we could do that here. You choose and meet me there. I want to see how the Ocho handles gymkhana. ¿Y tú?
On my way.
Yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, you will arrive at your destination. You have arrived at your destination.
What do you think? Mi tío Victor told me Papa Fernando used to race around Guanajuato. Before street scene, before Horizon, before they even called it Gymkhana.
It looks great. Can I?
You bet. This is a great area for some Gymkhana. I've set up a course. Show me what you and the Bocho can do. Right, ándale. I've started the timer.
Let's do this.
When I was working on it, I found some mounting bolts up on the chassis. I think he was messing with the ride height somehow. Not sure why yet, but he was way ahead of his time with his car. fantastic driving. Feel free to, stop. I really wonder what he was trying to do with his car. I'll get it back up on the lift and have another look.
Seems like this car really does run in the family.
You have no idea. Hola, amigo. Mi familia has been coming to visit the Ocho while I've been working on it in the shop. They've told me the most amazing stories you wouldn't believe. Tío Oscar says Papa Fernando actually drove for a rally team for a while. He competed in the Baja, maybe even Dakar. We could recreate one of his runs. Tia Sofia told me he once put his Ocho through the roof of a building. We could recreate his jumps. Probably leave out the building, though. Your choice. I'll take care of the setup. Meet me in the Baja. This Ocho eats up cross-country like my tío eats tamales.
On my way.
Yards. Turn left. Turn left. Horizon Arcade will begin soon. Good luck. Yards, turn right. Turn right.
DJ.
You know what time it is. Where to next?
You have arrived at your destination.
Some more modifications. I've tried to get it as close as possible to how Papa Fernando and a rally team would have built it.
Really?
What's the problem? You don't think they would have taken a little modern technology if it made the Bocho go faster? Just get in. And hang on.
Understood.
Rowdy set. I'll call out waypoints as we go. Are you ready for a time trial?
I'm ready for anything in this.
Turn around when it is safe to do so.
Waypoint 1, ándale!
On it.
Hey, watch the body work. I just feel that. Nice. Next waypoint is up now.
Got it.
In 100 yards, turn right. 400 yards, turn left.
Nice slide. When I had it up on the lift, there was so much damage on the under tray. When Papa Fernando raced his Ocho, he raced it hard. I replaced the tray and rebuilt the shocks. Should be good. How's the handling?
It's good. Busy now, though.
Got another waypoint for you.
I'm going.
Yards, turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right.
Last waypoint, vamos!
Check.
In 200 yards, turn left. Recalculating route. In 400 yards, turn left.
fine. Whew. Nice drive, my friend. I couldn't find a driver named Fernando Torres in the records for the Baja 500 or the Baja 1000. But that doesn't mean he didn't enter.
What about the Dakar?
Africa is a long way for a little bocho. Maybe that was just a story he told to Uncle Oscar and the other kids in the family. I know I would have sat and listened to him for hours.
Official or not, he must have been quite a racer.
Sí, he was. Vamos. Hey, mi amigo. I found Papa Fernando in an old car magazine. It has mucha información on the work he did to the bocho. I can't wait to try some of this stuff out. For fast handling on corners, we could go here, or for straight line speed, here. There's a speed trap here. I bet it's never seen a bocho like ours.
In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. You have arrived at your destination.
Take a look at this.
I like it. I don't understand it, but I like it.
Get in and I'll explain.
Whoa! This thing can really move.
Right? I've got a route waiting for you. Go for it.
You can stop now. I fixed the brakes.
That was fantastic. This thing is fast.
It's really special, right? Just wait till you see what Papa Fernando did with it next. It's me again. You think you can get a bocho sideways? I've been playing around with the wheel angle. Meet me here if you want to get your drift on. I've also got an idea for an assault course. Let's meet here if you want to try that. Time to drift como los bochos. Meet me here.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn around when it is safe to do so. In 100 yards, turn right. Turn around when it is safe to do so. Recalculating route. In 100 yards, turn right. In 400 yards, turn sharp left. Turn sharp left. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn left. Turn left. You have arrived at your destination.
Hey, Ali. Hey, Bocho?
I only changed the wheel angle and suspension a little. Okay, I changed the suspension a lot.
I can't wait to try it.
Let's start with a tour of Guanajuato.
I wonder if your Papa Fernando ever did this kind of thing.
Maybe. Maybe even on these streets. Que triste. We'll never know. Don't worry about the tires. I have spares.
Que chido! Bring it in and let's get you those new tires. You look like you had fun with that. But wow, I'm really gonna need new tires.
Yeah, I got a bit carried away.
Don't worry about it. I've got loads of spares back at the shop. Talk soon. Hola, mi amigo. One more thing I want from the Bocho. A photograph, so the memories last even longer than a Volkswagen Beetle. I can think of a couple of places. The place where Papa Fernando left it for us to find, or the Baja where he did all his off-road racing. What do you think? He would have wanted to see it running free in the Baja. Meet me.
Turn around when it is safe to do so. Turn right. In 200 yards, turn right. Turn right. the roundabout, take the second exit. At the roundabout, take the third exit. In 400 yards, turn right. Turn right. In 400 yards, turn left.
I took off all the mods and extras, just like the day Papa Fernando bought it in 1963. Puro bocho original.
Still one of the coolest looking cars ever.
¿Verdad? Now, let's take it back.
So long as we don't lose it again.
This was wonderful. Not just all the bocho stunts and races, connecting with mi familia and Papa Fernando. When we're driving this car, it really feels like he's here with us, no? I'm going to hang his picture right next to the one we take so he can always watch over me in el taller.
I understand. I really appreciate you sharing this with me.
It's nothing, really. I'm sure he'd have liked you too. Vamos. Let's get the photo while we still have the light. Perfecto. When he took a photo here, it was the end. But for us, it's just the beginning. I want to say muchísimas gracias for everything. We always put Papa Fernando's picture on the ofrenda for Dia de los Muertos. This year, I'll have a lot to say to him.
Tell him the Vocho is in safe hands.
It will be. Abuela Rosa says her papa would want the Vocho to go to a racer just like him. And I agree. So, it's yours now.
What? Ale, no.
Just promise you'll always bring it back to my taller. Now get out of here. You have a Hall of Fame to enter. That should give Papa Fernando and I time to work on more ideas.